So good evening and welcome back. In this video we're going to be having a look at a fixed position ORTF microphone from a company called Superlux. Now for those people that aren't too familiar with stereo recordings and the different techniques that we can use, ORTF is simply just a way to capture a more natural sounding stereo image. And the way we'd go about doing that is by grabbing two microphones, we'd place them on our tripod, we'd angle at 110 degrees and space at 17 centimeters, giving us a nice natural ORTF configurated microphone setup. Now, not everyone wants to particularly go through that process of setting up their microphones, and they would prefer something that was a little bit more simple, straightforward to set up, and that's where the S502 comes in. It is an all-in-one solution to ORTF recording. It's a plug-and-play microphone. You literally just plug in your XLR, hook it up to your field recorder, press record, and you have got instant ORTF. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you what we get in the kit. Once I've done that, we'll go out, capture a field recording, come back in, and I'll give you my views on the Superlux S502. Okay, so now we'll have a very quick look at what we get in our kit for the £95, and then we'll move on and do some audio samples. So first things first, we get this nice black plastic case. It is a bit thin and fragile, so I wouldn't store anything on top of it that's too heavy, because I think you're going to risk cracking the case. Inside here we have a couple of foam windscreens. These are pretty much bog standard generic type of things, so they are as you would expect. Then we have a cable, a shock mount, and of course the mics. Now the cable is a Y cable. It's only around a foot long, but if you do need to get a bit of extra reach, you can literally just hook up your own XLRs into that end and then run the rest down to your field recorder. Then of course that end goes into the mic itself. Now the construction wise, it does feel pretty decent in terms of the quality. I've got no issues with that at all. And the same goes for the XLRs there as well. They all feel very well constructed indeed. I think they will hopefully last the test of time. Now we have the shock mount. The shock mount is pretty basic. It's literally just a piece of plastic with some rubber on the inside just to help keep the mic in place and stop it from moving around. But you know, it does its job, so I can't really complain too much. Now we have the mic itself, as we can see just there. It's a very nicely designed mic. It looks the job as well, and I think it looks and feels a lot more premium than it actually is. So we've got the two capsules here fixed in position. They are 17 centimeters apart and angled at 110 degrees, giving us a perfect ORTF configured setup every single time. So that's really pretty much it. There's not an awful lot to say. I will give you my thoughts and opinions on this after those field recording samples that I'm just about to do. So do just stick on a pair of headphones and take a listen to see what you think. So that was the sounds of the Superlux S502. Now my opinions of this mic are a little bit conflicted, because on one hand, for £95 you are getting an exceptionally well-built product that feels great in the hand, has a lovely weight to it, and looks a lot more premium than it actually is. Even down to the cabling that you get with it feels really good quality, and even the shock mount that's made of plastic and rubber also feels pretty decent quality. Where it will probably let you down the most is in the overall quality of sound. I personally find that it sounds a little bit flat and uninspiring. There's not enough detail there to hold my attention, even after a bit of EQ, although EQ can make it sound a little bit more interesting. For some people, the self noise may be too high as well. That's minus 18 dBA. If you're doing very quiet field recordings in a woodland somewhere, then you might just find that self noise starts to encroach into your recordings. However, if you're going to be doing maybe cityscape recordings, sounds of the city, music and choirs and that type of thing, then I think the minus 18 dBA is something you'll definitely be able to work with, and it probably won't even come in to the equation when you're recording. So that is my review of the Superlux S502. If you do want to listen to some longer recordings, click in the description because I've got a couple in there and you can go off and listen to them at your leisure. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.